Why do some painting businesses get 20 inquiries from Google every single month while others get none? Research shows that the top 3 listings on Google Maps get 68.7% of all customers. In today's video, we break down the 7 steps to get your business in the top of Google Maps. So the first step is NAP, which stands for name, address, and phone number. These 3 elements should be consistent across all of your business's listings on the internet. So here we have an example, Decor-wise Painters and Decorators, their name. We can see they have their address in Glasgow, and we can see they have their phone number. So for this business to succeed on Google Maps, it's important that they put their information out on the internet in many different places so that Google can see that this is a consistent business. The way to do this is to go online, search for local business directories, and you can find free business directories such as these to input your business information. Here's an example for Decor-wise Painters and Decorators on yale.com. They filled in their business name, their address, and their phone number. Now in this case, they've actually used a different number from their business profile. I would recommend they use the same number from the profile. That way it's going to build up extra consistency. So it's worthwhile doing at least 30 citations just like this on well-respected local business directories. This way Google can scan all of these listings and they can see that you have consistent information for your business, and they're going to give you a better ranking and a better result. So the second step to helping your business perform well on Google is to make sure that you have good quality reviews. So taking a look at the search for interior painters in Glasgow, we can see that the first few businesses that pop up are ones with a higher number of reviews. So you want to get a lot of reviews, as many as you can. You want to ask every single customer to leave you a review on Google. And you also want to make sure that the reviews are recent and relevant. So what that means is, you can see here we searched for interior painter in Glasgow. And not only is Decor-wise popping up because they have a large number of reviews, they also have reviews that are specific to my query. So we can see that Google has highlighted some of the keywords, including decorating for woodwork, a painting service, and painting for lounge and hallway rooms. What this shows is that Google understands I'm looking for an interior painter, and they're giving me the results for local businesses that have shown they can paint interiors of properties as shown in the comments left by the reviews from their customers. So this is an extra feature that will help your reviews to boost your profile even more. And that is asking customers to mention what specifically you painted and decorated for them. That way it's going to show Google that you can provide the same service to other customers in your area. Now, when it comes to reviews, it's very important to ask all of your customers to leave you a review. And one way to help with that is to generate a nice QR code such as this. This is going to be a QR code that you can show to all of your customers. They can scan it and they can leave you a review right from their phone. So I can show you how to make this QR code for your brand right now. So here we have our Google Business dashboard. What we want to do is go to ask for a review, and we want to copy this link. Next, we're going to go to a QR code generator. This one is called qrcodegenerator.com. And we're going to paste in our review link. Okay, so we're waiting for this to generate, and it's going to download a QR code for our brand. Next up, we're going to open up canva.com, and we're going to create a new project. I want this to be the size of a mobile phone. So we're going 1080 width by 1920 height. So here's our project, and all we need to do is drag in our QR code. Our brand logo. And our review graphic. Here's one I downloaded from the internet. So here you have a QR code for your brand that you can share to all your painters and decorators on your team. They can show this to customers to ask for a review right there on the spot a very easy way to get more reviews for your brand and help your business perform well on Google. So the next step is categories and services. So according to a study from Bright Local, businesses using 4 additional categories within their GBP have the highest average map ranking. Now, what are categories and services? Well, let's open up our business dashboard and let's click on Edit Services. So most businesses understand it's important to include a primary category, painter and decorator, and to list all of the painting and decorating services that you offer. The more detailed, the better. I recommend filling in a detailed description for each of these services as well. So this is important to list out all of your services. That way, customers who search for these specific services online can be more likely to find your business. That being said, there's another key trick that we can do, which is to add an extra category. So here we can see the option to add separate categories. And what I recommend is to choose a category such as interior decorator, as we've done here. Now, the benefit of adding an extra category is it gives your profile more opportunities to rank and appear for these new searches. For example, we've got feature wall design and color consultation. So here we can see interior decorator as an extra category. If you offer additional services such as home extensions, bathroom refurbishments, and larger scale jobs or jobs outside of the typical painting and decorating selection, it's well worth adding extra categories and extra services to represent these, because it's going to give your business a way to stand out and to pick up those searches that your competitors are missing. So the next step to optimize your business profile to perform well on Google is to make sure that your profile includes a website. So here we can see that all of the top painters in Glasgow have a website linked to their Google business profile. And the reason why this is important is for a high ticket service like painting and decorating, many customers want to learn more information about your services and they want to see more pictures from your brand. So here we can see RC Painters. They've got a nice website for themselves explaining the services they offer and the locations that they offer them in. So having this information on a website linked to your business profile will actually help your business perform better on Google, because Google is more aware of the services that you offer and where you offer them. So this is going to really help RC Painters to perform in all of these relevant areas, because they've clearly demonstrated the skills that they have and what they have to offer. Okay, so the next step to improving your Google business profile is choosing between a location or a service area for your business. Now, both strategies can work, and I'm going to give an example of each. Here we have John McFarlane and Son Painters and Decorators in Stirling with a location set for their business. This is a physical location, and as you can see, it provides a pin on the map. Then we have another example, Borthwick Decorators Limited. They have opted to include service areas. So here we can see a nice map of Stirling and all of the surrounding areas that Borthwick Decorators covers. Now, each approach has its benefits, and I recommend choosing an option that works well for your business. Looking at the latest research, it seems that a physical location is more effective most of the time, and the reason being Google prefers to recommend businesses that are close to the customer. So when you have a physical location listed, Google is more likely to show your business to nearby customers looking for a painter and decorator. That being said, if you prefer not to show an address, a service area approach can work well also. What I recommend is testing which approach works well for your business. Another point to mention is you can have a hybrid where you show both your location, specific address, and the areas that you serve. The issue with this approach is that you will not get a pin on the map. Instead, you will always get a service area selection like this, which might make it harder for local customers to find your business if they're looking on Google Maps. As we can see, here's a good article by Whitespark doing an experiment as to whether service areas impact rankings on your local business. And we can see that they came to the conclusion that adding service areas does not affect your rankings, and physical location can perform better. But that being said, this can always be changing and it's worth doing your own testing. Okay, next up we have photos for your business. So it's worthwhile uploading lots of photos to your business profile to show off the work that you do for your customers. The best photos are completed projects. Then it also builds trust to build some pictures of your van, your workers, and your projects in progress. Customers like to scroll through photos before choosing a painter to hire. So the more photos you can have, the better it is to build trust with your customers. I would recommend staying away from stock photos or AI-generated photos. The reason being, these photos can damage your performance on Google because Google doesn't trust them as much. So it's much better to take real photos of real projects that you've completed for customers. These are incredibly valuable for showing Google that you are a real business serving customers in the area. And mentioning the local area, we also have a tool that can tag your images with a location. This is called GeoImager, tool.geoimager.com. What you can do is upload your images on here and you can tag them with some local information. So here we've got an image of a painted and decorated bedroom, and we're going to select the area of Glasgow by zooming in on the map. So here we've chosen Partick. What we can write is the location, some information about the photo with keywords, and we can also write our business name. This way, the image file is going to be embedded with a location and local keywords, which will help Google to understand that your business is located in this area and that you provide these services. Therefore, it's going to be more likely to recommend you to customers who search for you online. Okay, and lastly, we have Google Business Profile posts. So these are regular posts that you can make on your Google Business Profile to show off the work that you've done. I highly recommend posting these regularly, at least once, twice per week. This shows Google that your business is active and it's going to be more likely to recommend you to customers. So I like these posts from Good Decorator showing local work completed in Glasgow. And what I also recommend is adding a call now button. So this is going to help customers who are interested. They can click the button and they can call straight away and you can convert them into a paying customer. So thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe for some more tips and tricks to help your painting and decorating business. And if you'd like to work with me, for me to come on and help to optimize your Google Business Profile, your website, to help your painter decorator business perform online and get more customers, you can go to the link in the description, growmagnet.co.uk, and you can sign up for a free consultation or you can give me a call directly. So thanks for listening and I'll see you in the next one.